650605. You're listening to Silver Moments with Dr. Marsha Baltimore.
This is Dr. Marsha Baltimore on Silver Moments, and my friend Cheryl Rich is here to ask me about my silver moment.
Indeed, indeed. So first of all, allow me to greet the audience and just say we thank you for your time and listening. Always an honor to be here with Dr. Baltimore, who packs so much information in. I just really want to say I appreciate your research and the statistics that you give. It gives us an understanding, and I really, really thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I want to know who you are, and I want the listening audience to know who is Dr. Baltimore, who has influenced me in such a mighty, mighty way. You've changed my life. I've said it before.
I taught you how to swim.
I'm going to say it again.
That's right.
And swimming,
I taught you how to swim.
Swimming changed my life. That's
Good.
what you did.
That's good.
So tell us, who are you? What would you like us to know about you as a person?
Well, as a person, I'm a swimmer. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. And I had two husbands, wonderful guys. The first guy was a comedian. I mean, he just had a joke for everything. And the second fellow was a builder. He built Beverly Hills on Wilshire Boulevard, like 18 high-rises. And so I was very lucky with that, and I lost them, and I was looking what to do. And I retired from the LA Unified School District as a psychologist. I had worked there 30 years with children in wheelchairs.
Whoa.
And my father had an artificial leg, so it was natural for me to go into that kind of work.
I
mean, what do you mean you
understand.
can't say the 3 times table standing on one artificial leg? You know, my father taught me to say the 3 times tables is standing on one leg. Anyhow.
That affected you to the point that you wanted to work with the people that have challenges.
That's right. And so I stayed in the special ed division.
30 years, Dr. Baltimore?
30 years, right.
Wow.
I was young when I started and middle age when I got finished. Anyway, that was what I did. And then when I retired, I wrote 2 books. And I liked comedy because of the first husband.
I see.
You had to have a line or you couldn't even talk to him. So
What are your books? Tell us, please.
one book is called The Making of a Mistress.
Now, where did that title come from?
I have a criterion for the books I write. They have to have something to do with American history, current history. So The American Mistress was a certain intern whose name shall never be mentioned here, and how she affected a certain president whose name shall be never mentioned here.
I understand.
And it was a comedy about how that event, not them, but the event, influenced American women in the nation's breadbasket differently from the way it influenced American women on the outskirts of the country. For example, the ocean cities, New York, Miami,
Very
Texas, L.A., all the San Francisco ocean cities were hot stuff girls. But the ones in the breadbasket, Indiana, Ohio, Missouri, they were breadbasket girls. And so I set it up into like a little bit of a conflict in the book, and it's very funny. One chapter has one word in it, and that word is no. That's the word. The whole chapter says no.
Very powerful word.
Yeah.
Where can we find your book? Please tell us.
The book is on Amazon.com, and it's also reviewed on my website, MarshaBaltimore.com. You know, www.marshabaltimore.com. You can see pictures of the cover and so on, and you can get it through Amazon. They'll ship it to you. And my goal about the Mistress book, I wrote 4 songs for it.
Did you?
And well, I wrote actually 16, but the 4 I took out and I made a DVD out of it. And when I figure out how to learn to download or go through a company that will help me to download, I'll sell the DVD for a couple bucks, maybe $5 or something, and people could learn the song. And my goal would be to have kids all over the nation compete for the writing of a show with those songs.
Wow, that's an interesting
It'll be fun. The kids they learn something.
concept.
They learn something, the kids.
What
One song, for example,
please,
is American Twang.
Can you sing it for us?
It's like a this, it's like a that. American Twang, and everybody sings it in American Twang. And then we have accents, you know, like New Yorkers. We have New Yorkers sing it in their accent, and we have people from South Carolina sing it in their accents.
Wow.
And it's all fun stuff about what kids do. It's sort of like a musical comedy for kids, you know.
I see.
And I'm ready to get that rolling, but I just don't have time to do all the work. But when
Tell
it
us
gets on the
one
internet, we'll
thing
go.
I want to know, Dr. Baltimore, and here's the question, the A question, that A word that no one wants to talk about. How old are you?
Ooh, I just had a birthday and I was 80. The big 80.
Oh my gosh. And packed, so books, you take computer lessons, is
Yeah,
that
I go to
right?
the Apple and I take the lessons.
Oh my goodness, swimming every day, listening audience.
Well, I think it starts from the good health. That's the whole thing. You have to have good health or you can't make it in this world.
Indeed.
So we work on that a lot.
I thank
And then
you
I have
for
good
letting
friends
us
like
know.
Cheryl Rich and Mikiel Rubin. And you know what? We don't even look alike.
Oh, no, we don't. I'm black, and you're?
I'm Caucasian.
Notice I didn't say African American, guys. It's okay to say the black word.
Caucasians.
But we
okay,
think
too.
alike.
Yes,
Don't we
well, we
think a lot
swim alike. She's getting as good as I am. I'm going to have to race her.
Listening audience. Thank you. CRNtalk.com.
Thank you.